Hey guys, welcome to Daniel Gian Talk, and today I'll be reviewing Badla, or as I like to say, Badla. Film directed by Sujay Ghosh, starring Big B and Taapsee Pannu. Film's like a murder mystery, crime, thriller. The film is full of twists and turns and plot twists, things that I feel like the general mass Indian audience will just love. Cinematography, top notch. Genuinely pretty damn good from start to finish. I had zero complaints. It had this muted, desaturated tone, reminded me of David Fincher's works. Acting all around was pretty solid, especially the two main leads. They were good, they were believable. The victim, parents, not so much, but we'll get into the reason why later. I don't blame them, I blame the material that they were working with. And finally, before I really jump into the movie, I just want to say this is a spoiler review. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, go ahead and turn this off now and watch later after you watch the movie. Movie starts off with them talking, and Big B is like this professional lawyer, kind of reminiscent of like Pink. You think, oh, here we go. This is gonna be like, they're gonna run through the whole story and the events, and we're gonna piece together this mystery, and we're gonna find out that she's innocent or not. I don't know. That's the whole part of the mystery. We're gonna figure it all together. You find out that her character is sleeping with another man. Both couples are married, and they're having this affair. And one day, as they're driving back home, a deer goes in the road and they miss the deer and they hit another oncoming car. This is where the problem started for me personally, because up until this point, I had no complaints. And then they have the smallest, most inconsequential accident ever with this fucking guy. And the guy's dead. They go and look at him and they're like, oh my God, he's dead. They don't check his pulse. They're not doctors. They just determine, okay, this guy's dead. And then, instead of fucking acting like normal human beings, they see a car in the distance and their first impulse is, oh, we gotta hide the body. Why would you need to do that? It's a fucking accident. That's why they call them accidents, because they're not intentional. Even one of the characters, which you find out later is a lie, is like, why don't we just call 911? I don't know why they didn't just call 911. Because she's businesswoman of the year. Because it's not like the cars were totaled and they were smashed and destroyed. Literally, it was like the most minor inconvenient accident ever. And the guy who stops is this fat white guy, and he's like, just looking. Because he's clearly just written there to build suspense. That's it. You guys okay? You guys okay? You guys okay? That's literally what he was doing. He fucking was staying there so awkwardly long, too. You guys okay? He drives up to the other guy. You guys doing okay? This is like the most isolated road, too. It's in the fucking forest. But yet, you have that. Okay, fine. All right, fine. One passerby. All right, cool. I get it. So they come up with a dumb plan that the girl will take the car and the body somewhere else, and that the guy will leave the car and drive away. Whoa. He's just having the shittiest day in the world, because of course in this fucking movie his car won't start. And then who comes to the rescue? Well, you don't know at first, but you have this lovely couple. The story takes place in England, and in this whole fucking country, they just happen to run across the only two white Indians who speak Hindi. And then you find out that they're the fucking parents of the kid who was in the accident who dies. It's just events like this that make no sense, they're illogical, and they're just thrown in there to like, oh, gotcha, I was smart, I'm a smart filmmaker, I tricked you, you didn't see that one coming. Yeah, because no one fucking saw it coming, because there's no setup to any of this fucking bullshit that's in this And then the husband, who was working on the car, because he's a car expert, that's what they even say it, they qualify it. He's like, hey, while I was working on your car, I found this lighter. Now, mind you, before they started working on the car, he even says like, what, you don't trust me? Like, I'm not gonna mess with your car, blah, blah, blah. So why the fuck was he snooping? They don't address that at all. That's a plant. Because it gets paid off later on. So later on, and through these more twists and fucking turns, you find out that the mom is like stalking people because she wants to find out, she wants to get to the bottom of like who killed her son. I buy that. I believe that. There's a lot of mothers out there who care for their children and they would do a lot of fucking shit to find out whatever it is. I don't doubt that for 1 second. But there's a moment when she confronts the girl Topsy at her fucking business conference, and she's like, they're talking, blah, blah, blah. And she says, do you happen to have a lighter? And she says, oh, well, yes, I do. Let me open my purse and pull out the same exact lighter. She wasn't trying to smoke a cigarette, a cigar, a fucking light shit on fire, fucking anything. She literally just asked, do you have a lighter? Why? I don't understand her thought process because it wasn't fucking explained. And you know what? It doesn't really fucking matter because after the intermission, Big B's like, okay, we need to be serious now. I need you to answer these 3 questions in order for me to represent you. Blah, blah, blah. And it all stems out to her basically saying, I killed him. So all of this backstory that we've been building upon building upon building all turns out to be bullshit because she lied. Oh, hold on. I just remembered something. Oh, plot twist. Plot twist. Guy wasn't dead. The guy that they killed in the beginning wasn't fucking dead, but they threw him in the trunk. This is where I almost lost my shit in the fucking movie theater because the car he was driving was a Saab. Now, if anyone knows anything about cars, Saabs are not cheap. Okay? It's not a fucking rickshaw. It's not a goddamn bicycle. It's a Saab. It's a modern vehicle. And in most modern vehicles, wait, hold on. In all modern vehicles, the trunk has an emergency fucking latch. Because of kidnappings and shit like that, if you ever get stuck in the trunk, there's a hook you can pull and it'll open the goddamn trunk. He was in a brand new fucking car. He was alive in the trunk and he was just like, but he couldn't fucking pull the latch and get out of the car. If they tied him up, okay, I can buy it a little bit. But they didn't. They just fucking threw his body back there. And you're just gonna tell me he was just so incapacitated from the accident that he couldn't fucking, what? And then he drowns. Like, that's how he fucking dies. Like, cause she pushes him in and he drowns. Amitabh's like, finally, thank you for telling me the truth after all this time. After an hour and 55 minutes, you finally told me the truth. I will now represent your case. Hold on, I must make a phone call. I will be back. I am going outside. I don't know why my guy sounds Jamaican, but Amitabh is not Jamaican. Throughout the movie, another plan has been going on right before our eyes and we didn't even know. Throughout the movie, he cuts to the window. He's looking out the window and we don't see what he's looking at. And you're like, what is he looking at? What is he looking at? And we find out the possibly biggest twist of them all. Are you ready? Big B is not who you think he is. Wait. Remember the parents of the kid who died? You ready? One of them, the father, is an actor. He's an actor. How is that related, you might ask? Well, he's an award-winning actor who was, for the whole movie, playing Big B. Oh, goddamn! Oh! Woo! Woo! Not only was he being Big B, he hit up Ethan Hunt from the Mission Impossible series, and he got one of those face masks, the ones that like look identical, that no one could fucking tell, the one that they rip off and super dramatic. He got one of those. Talk about plot twist. My mind exploded. It blew. And not because it was a good plot twist, because it was a fucking shitty, terrible, fucking non-setup, bullshit ass, fucking stupid plot twist. You're gonna tell me this fucking actor is also an Academy Award winning fucking makeup artist? Shit! I mean, they don't set that shit up at all. Not even one fucking bit. And then the way they reveal it too was even worse. Because the real lawyer shows up because Big B stepped out to make that phone call, and then there's a knock at the door, and then she answers, and she's like, "How may I help you?" And a guy who kind of looks like Big B's like, "Oh, I'm your lawyer, blah, 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 blah." And then we cut to the window across the street. The family's been watching her the whole time. And the final plot twist is the pen he had been writing with the entire time was actually a voice recorder. And she admitted to killing the son on the voice recorder. Oh my God. Wow. 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 And it gets better. In the apartment across the street, she had like a full fucking CIA setup with the tape recorders and all this other shit. I mean, mind you, it's not like we're in 2019, 2018 or anything where we have fucking computers. I mean, shit. We gotta use that old shit. Like the old shit from like the 50s with the fucking reels. You could have a super high-tech pen that can fucking, you know, the microphone's like in the pen and you just like, you can't even see it. But when you want to record that shit, oh shit, you gotta bring out the good shit. If you haven't guessed by this point, I hated this fucking movie. 0 out of 10, one of the worst films of all time. It's one of those films that you watch and you can't help but have a good time because it is so bad. It's Race 3 bad. At least Race 3 had action. This film just had the most contrived bullshit fucking excuse for a plot I've ever fucking seen, at least in 2019. People were thinking this is Pink too. No, this is Stink. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, let me know in the comments why. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.